Hi, I'm Gigi.
And I'm Monica, and we're back on GM News.
Today's topics of discussion are medical care and spies from World War I.
So let's take a dive into medical. Medical care during World War I was very unsanitary. There weren't any proper medical instruments and no time to clean and prepare for surgery. Everything was so chaotic due to new soldiers being transported in from the battlefields by horse-drawn wagons in what seemed like every second of the day. There were so many wounded soldiers that doctors couldn't really keep up with all the patients, and they didn't really pay attention to them personally. Antiseptics, anesthetizers, and painkillers were very hard to access, so the soldiers were in pain constantly, even while being treated. Medical care during World War I was not the best, but has tremendously improved. Here's an example of what medical care was like during World War I.
Where's the doctor? Where's the doctor? Please come quick. Franz Hemrich is dying.
Which will that be?
Bed 26, amputated thighs.
How should I know? Amputated 5 legs today. Someone see.
And that ties up medical care during World War I.
Now let's move on to our next topic, spies. During World War I, people used to spy on the opposing nation to learn classified information about their enemy that they could use to their advantage. The most popular way to spy was by eavesdropping on the enemy's dialogue. Each side had cryptographers who made certain codes so that the opposing team couldn't recognize what they were saying. If anyone that was spying was caught, they would be captured and interrogated by the opposing side. This was a disadvantage because the spy that was caught had a major source of information. Here's an example of what spying was like during World War I. That's it for spies.
Now let's bring in Corporal Himmelsauce to share experiences from the war.
Corporal, I'm Gigi, and today I would like to ask you a couple of questions. To start off, I would like to know how the war impacted your life.
The war impacted my life by many ways. It impacted my life by giving me authority over the soldiers, which I liked. But when I was sent over to the front, I lost my authorities, and I had to make amends with the soldiers.
As your position of corporal, what made you treat the soldiers so harshly?
From my perspective, I didn't treat them harshly. I was just trying to inspire some brotherhood in them and to teach them how to rely on each other during times of hardship.
When you were sent to the front, how did you feel?
I felt unvalued because I was treated as one of the other soldiers. I had no authority over any of the soldiers, and I could have been killed at any time.
Did you expect the revenge attack from the soldiers?
No, the attack was unexpected. I only treated the soldiers harshly and cruel to better them for the war.
If you could go back in time, would you treat the soldiers differently?
No, I believe the soldiers could take more criticism.
That's all I have to ask you today. Thank you for your time.
That's it for the interview.
But we have one last surprise.
We received a video that was sent in from real events that happened during World
The
War I.
thought of war probably scares many of you. We think of all the violence and corruption, but have we ever taken the time to think that war might not be such a negative cause? What if war actually made people better? What if war brought out the best in people? Well, let me tell you, my fellow friends, war can do so much good to one. Yes, I know it's very hard to think that the many tragedies of war can actually better a person. Why don't we just take a look at our comrade Kemmerich? Unfortunately, he was one of the first to die due to his wounds. But even when he was so close to death, all he wanted to do was make sure Muller got the boots he's been wanting. Through all his pain and misery, Kemmerich remained selfless and made sure his boots were given to Muller. Yes, war is scary, but all the hardships of war pile up and bring out the best in one. Instead of looking at war as such a bad thing, think positive and look at how it can be a good thing. War does bring out the best in people.
That's all we have for you today. I'm Gigi.
And I'm Monica. Stay tuned for tomorrow.